The cult of the single mother, a celebrated social apocalypse. A single mother has never had it as good in Western society as it is today. Not only has the state created legislation that protects single mothers from total poverty, but the stigma of a dependent child, which in the past greatly damaged the value of a single mother, is more or less gone. It is completely outside the scope of this work to assess the socioeconomic impacts of a positive climate for single mothers, so I will only briefly summarize some of its statistically proven impacts, data from the U.S. Census Bureau. Before I launch into the sharp shooting of data, I would like to refute the expected objection about how it is not the woman's fault that she remains a single mother. Those glorified strong independent women are independent because they knowingly stepped on the crook's legs, who could be seen from afar that they would never be interested in marriage and certainly not in raising children. Women are not so stupid and naive that they cannot distinguish a crook from a decent guy, but the desire for a bad boy, a rebel, makes their cake so wet that they would sleep with him even at the price of being disinherited by their parents. So, in the majority of cases, they themselves are to blame for their situation. A guy can dance like a trained monkey as much as he wants, but without a woman spreading her legs, not even a ticket will move. Now I'll quickly go through a ton of data without comment because those numbers don't need comment. 63% of teen suicides come from single mother households, 5 times the national average. I'll just underline the obvious: even today, single mothers are still a small percentage of parents, and that's how you have to look at these data. So a small percentage of households account for the majority of all deformed children. 90% of children or teenagers who run away from home come from single mothers. 82% of children with behavioral disorders come from single mothers. 80% of sex offenders, men, come from single mothers. 71% of children who do not finish high school come from single mothers, 9 times more likely than a nuclear family. 75% of drug-addicted patients in treatment centers come from single mothers, 10 times the national average. 82% of juvenile delinquents come from single mothers. A teenager who does not have a father is 20 times likely to commit a crime. A child who lives in a household with only one parent is twice as likely to be physically or emotionally neglected. Girls who grew up with only their mother are 700% more likely to get pregnant than teenagers. Women who grew up with only a single mother are 92% more likely to divorce their husbands. And so on. I think so many numbers are enough proof of the destruction that selfish, irresponsible women wreak on their children because they fuck when they're young with some jerks who don't care about raising a child.